And welcome back to another video in Mecha Break, where we're finishing up testing all the mechs available to us, both free to play, and the ones we can buy later. So, why waste time? Off to try out Panther, the medium brawler. Alright, weapon overview, what do you have for us? Yes, Orbo, I know this is getting dull, but this is the last few. Power through it. Alright, key weapon, Lance. Dashes forward and knocks back the target. He does physical damage that bypasses fluid armor. All melee bypasses armor. Really nice feature. While staggering, hold to charge, increasing damage and thrust range. Okay, so it's not a combo weapon, it's a stab and move. Complex shield blocks all frontal attacks. Shield regen stops when activated. Parries melee attacks. It's a shield. Shield blade. Switches sidearm to induced sword. Okay, so swap out the shield for another sword. Which bypasses armor, we know that, dealing physical damage while staggering and knocking back targets. Let's see, while staggering and knocking back targets, performs an unparalleled downward slash when attacking low altitude units while airborne, press to initiate and boost attack. So he has a shield which he swaps out for his melee weapon, then he has his lance for his execution. Interesting. Booster Kit. Immediately and partially restores energy and shield. What? Reinforced complex shield. So it's just a quick refill? Interesting. Oh wait, reinforced this one. An additional shield that blocks attacks from all directions. Shield regents. Okay, so it has two shields and two melee weapons. Okay, let's start with the melee weapon. That was lame. Okay, let's actually hit it. Not a lot of damage, but we can charge it. Okay, now that's damage. Let's execute you real quick. Sweep the leg and... Ooh, that's painful. Okay, so basically you want to charge it up, there's no point in not charging it. We have the shield, which can parry and block attacks, but you can swap it for a sword. Does decent damage, decent combos, and then... Oops, you have to be in the air to do the attack. Respawn, please. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. That's a powerful stagger, but you have to be locked on. And then you can go in, not use the lance. And then if they try to escape, that's where you use the lance. Okay then. Then we have this, oh yeah, that just replenishes your energy. And then we have Super Shield. Okay, not gonna lie, the axe was a lot better. This might be better for some players, and I'm not gonna say that's weak. But, yeah. The axe is a lot better in my opinion. Alright, I think we have one more base mech, and then the three ones we can acquire later, somehow. Which I will look up how to do. With the last one, Panaka, another support. Or the second true support. I don't remember. Do you remember Orbo? Alright, neither does Orbo. Let's see. I like the ring system, so what do you have for me? Rapid Repair Grappler. That sounds like fun. Locks on and fires grappler at friendly target, continuously repairing ally. Lock target required. So it's a tether, literally a tether. And then pull. Pull a striker towards the target. Okay, so you can grapple to an ally while also healing them. Interesting. Splitter. Fires 16 plasma buckshot, dealing energy damage. Plasma buckshot. Never thought I'd hear that. When emergency support drone is deployed to a friendly unit, it fires in front of the support target instead. So it's grapple... We'll see what the rest have. Repair drone. Deploy stationary drones that continuously repair friendly units within range. So which stand here, get healed. Cover Airdrop Kit. Deploys a giant shelter that blocks all attacks and hinders enemy movement. Direct hits bypass fluid armor force fields. Okay. High physical damage and not... What part of that is doing damage? Or unless it's saying dropping it on them does damage. Interesting. So you drop a bunker on them to deal damage and then your allies behind it are blocked. If I'm reading that correctly. Okay, emergency support drone. Deploys tracking drone that repairs an ally, generates a stasis field to block all attacks, and grants stagger and immobilization immunity, automatically recalls when out of range. Applies to itself if nobody's selected.
Target.
Okay, so the primary weapon won't even work on enemies, only allies. And then we have this just get off me buckshot. Which doesn't really, I mean it does decent damage, but you have to clearly be close. So that's the drone. And this is the bunker. Well, that does decent damage. Oh, I forgot about the execute. So it deploys walls. Well, let's try that again. Or not. There we go. Deploy on them. That deals a lot of damage. But it is just a wall. Interesting. Okay, can we get the execute? Knock up and drones drop a wall. That's funny. Knock them up, the drones grab them, and then you drop a wall on them. So yeah, so just drop walls. Interesting. They deal a lot of damage, but good luck dropping it on somebody. You can build them up high. Then you have this healing field. I need an ally, but from what I'm seeing, this might be a better support than for me. I mean, no damage. This is pretty much the only means of dealing damage. Which sucks. But the fact that you can drop walls, I like. You deploy these drones to help heal everybody. You can grapple to an ally, making sure you support them. Might be my support. I don't know, we'll see. Only way to know is by actually testing it in the field of battle. Okay, so that should be every base mech. Now we have the 3 we can unlock in the shop. First up, Inferno, an ultra-heavy attacker. Alright, what do you got for me, Inferno? Charge Splitter. Fire a scatter shot with 13 plasma beams. Dealing direct energy damage. Hold down, another charge. Hold down main weapon and sidearm keys to charge and fire a beam that deals high damage. Okay, so another main one and side one are the same weapon. That can be charged. Okay, Split Emitter. Fires plasma beams, inflicting continuous energy damage. Targets up to 12 units and can intercept enemy missiles. Pressing it to deactivate. Okay, we'll see what that actually does. Focused Emitter. Fires supercharged plasma from drones, inflicting significant continuous energy damage. Damage increases prolonged emission. Okay, and Booster Kit. Cancels and grants immunity to immobilization and stagger. Boosts energy and fluid armor regen, pressing it to deactivate. Okay, so you really don't have much for you, do you? Let's see. Well, that's just a great big shotgun, ain't it? At close range, that does a lot of damage. Let's see, you can charge them both up for a concentrated fire. Nice. And you can't fire them at the same time, only back to back. Execute is... Well, that's a fancy light show. Alright, let's see. This drone... Okay, it's just an AoE attack. Everything in the area gets hit. And an even bigger one. Oh no, this is concentrated, the other one was AoE. And then this is just a self-repair. Right, let me read that again. Let's see, fires plasma beam, immediately continuous damage, up to 12 units. It can intercept enemy missiles, so that's this one. Yeah, so this is just a safety net AoE and takes care of missiles. Whereas the focused emitter is, well, I'm gonna obliterate you, and the longer I hold it on you, the more damage it does. Interesting, and then you just have the, okay, I'm just going to, oh, I like the visual effect, but this is just energy regen up, armor regen up, it's to keep yourself alive. So in terms of combat, he's a shotgunner. He wants to get in close, he wants to shotgun you, he wants to charge up and do a giant obliteration beam. And in case you're wondering, you can't charge up both, you have to charge both, or none of them. And they have AoE damage, hit everybody, missiles don't affect me. And they have, oh, I'm just going to obliterate one target. And obliterate. And then, oh, whoops, I did execute again. Now let's watch it one more time.
I truly feel pity for you.
It's so over the top. I love it. And then yeah, your third ability is just, okay, I'm just going to give myself a steroid. Pretty simplistic, but not bad. Not bad. Alright, what are the other two we have? Although I was hoping with the name like Inferno as a flamethrower type one. Serenith. I like support. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Energy auto cannon. Fires plasma dealing energy damage, hold charge, plasma shot for direct damage, fully charged shots cause AoE. Okay. Orbital targeting system. Fires a guided plasma beam dealing energy damage. Hold a charge. Okay, making it AoE. So a charge character. Disruption grapple. Fires a grapple locked on enemy target, confusing its friend or foe identification, causing it to recognize your allies as friends and unlinked enemies as hostile. Okay, so if you're not paying attention to the battlefield and you're just seeing enemy lock-on, that could be interesting. Disruptor. Increased mobility grants the striker immunity to enemy lock-ons, and if... So it's just, get off me. Quit looking at me. Recon Kit. Boosts main weapon is sidearm detection and lock-on range, ignores terrain. Okay, so it's just another recon. Okay, so we have shoot, which... and nice fire rate. And then we can charge it. 2 levels for an AoE attack. We have the satellite laser. Wait, is it just call it on the field? And then we can charge that one as well. Interesting. Don't worry, I'll execute in a second. We just have recon, increased lock-on range. And this is the grapple, right? And yeah, your mobility up, untargetable. This confuses them as friend or foe. Huh. When they say support, I'm guessing they just mean field support with the recon. You know what? Not feeling it. But let's execute it.
I truly feel pity.
Oh, that was fancy. I like it. The execute, that is. Playstyle. I mean, if I'm going for a recall support, I'll probably play it over the other one. But nothing's saying, hey, go grab a spec right now. And lastly, we have Stellaris, the light brawler. Okay, we've had 2 other brawlers, the axe wielder and the lance wielder. What do you got for us? Last mech. Basic Roleplay. Bypasses armor, we already know that. Dealing physical damage while staggering, we already know that. Perform an unparable downward slice, again. Okay, so it's just like every other melee weapon. Assault Warblade. This is different. Launches shockwaves that bypasses armor. Interesting. Enables combos Leaping Cleave, Rapid Slash, or Spinning Slash when used after main weapon. Hold for up to 2 seconds to parry melee attacks, successfully parrying automatically triggers Spinning Slash. Interesting. Let's see, Composite Tactical Claw. Grapple Launcher. Fires a grappling hook at locked on target, slowing it down and reducing its evade distance. So that's you're not running away from the ability. Palm Blaster. Let's see, pulls the striker towards and slightly shows the target, then fires a Palm Blaster dealing physical damage that bypasses armor. Okay, so basically you jump in with your blade, you obliterate them. They try to run away, you hit them with the grapple launcher, slowing them, and then you can hit it again to activate a blaster in case you need it. Optical camouflage. Enter camouflage, it's pretty obvious. Sword drone. Of course, mechs have drones. Deploys tracking drone on enemy unit, disrupting it and doing physical damage, bypassing armor. Okay, so what does that mean? We have this. Pretty fast attacks. Alright, so that's the basic one. Now what about the other blade? Respawn. Thank you. Okay, so an interesting. You gotta mix and match your attacks. This is basically a range slash. The other one's your melee slash, but depending on when you mix and match, you get different attacks. Interesting. And then we have the grapple hook. You can't get away from me, then you activate it again. Execute is...
I truly feel pity for you.
It's alright. I mean, it's basically what you would expect. And then this is just launch it out and it deals damage. Not as much as you'd think, but camo. Okay, so basically, the way this mech wants to play is you activate camo, you lock onto your target, and then you just go in and obliterate them. If they try to run away, you just grapple to them. And then you execute.
I truly feel
Okay then. So that's every mech in the game right now. The 3 you can buy, the last 3 we just did, and then all the basic mechs. So what is my overall impressions? Obviously, the mechs are specialized. In fact, I think the first one, if I scroll all the way up, let's just scroll, here we go. I think this first one, the Ali SNES, is the only it's the only generic of the game. It has a cannon, it has melee, it has a shield. It's what it's supposed to be, it's an all-arounder. But aside from that, you have the Falcon, which I did not like. It just didn't feel very strong. And in terms of recon, I'd rather use... what was it? No, not Pinaka. Which one was it? Whatever. There was another one that helped with support. Now, in terms of big damage dealers, we have Tricera, which I like, but it obviously needs a team around it. It does a lot of Gatling gun damage, but that's for suppressing fire, not for, one-on-one. Then we have the actually, no, guys, stay focused. We have Tricera. We have the Hurricane, which seems like it's mostly an AoE heavy attacker. By the way, love the designs. Definitely high marks for designs, because they're Gundam-esque, without being straight up a Gundam. And we have the Stego, which is a rocket version. These are all kind of like they hunker down in one position and defend, but depending on what you want to accomplish, they do different things. The Stego, it's rockets. It's rockets everywhere. It's pretty self-explanatory. You hunker down, you launch rockets. You just want a little bit more direct fire, you hunker down with an AoE shield, which helps the team, and you blast with a big cannon. Or if you just want to sit one place and obliterate everybody with the team, you go with the Tricera. You hunker down, you obliterate with a ton of Gatling guns, making it easier for enemies to get picked off. Then we have the melee characters, which technically the basic one has melee, but then you have the Welkin, which is straight up, I'm gonna get next to you, I'm gonna sit you in my box, and we're gonna duke it out, and whoever lives, lives. Which I gotta say, love the idea. And then we also have, the Panther, and that's it. Yeah, the Panther's the other free one, which is, kind of like the name, it's meant for pouching. It's supposed to charge in, get its damage off, and charge out. Pretty self-explanatory, and between the two of them, I prefer the other one. But then you have the one you can buy, which is Stellaris here, which has a stealth mode and has a combo system, which is really cool. It's really good for... It's gonna be good for single target executions. So in terms of melee characters, I'm probably gonna go with the heavy axe wielder, but the Stellaris is a close second, which sucks because it's the one you have to buy. Inferno, when you have to buy, which was a little bit better, it's just a shotgun blaster and all the AoE that comes with it. So if I had to pick between the three you can buy, Stellaris is probably my first, then Inferno, then Serenith. Then in terms of support, we have Panaka, which is basically just for healing, doesn't really do damage, but can drop walls, which I like. Versus, what's the other one? What's the other one? This one, the Luminate, which is Orbo drones and switching from combat to defense mode. I think I like the Panaka better, but I'll have to wait and see until I'm testing. And then snipers, we have the Naru Kami, which I did not like. I'm sure people are going to devastate with her. I did not like. I liked... Where are you? Aquila. Not only in design, but in gameplay simplicity. Locks the target down and it snipes him. Can't be more straightforward than that. And then last but not least, we have the Flyers, which... I don't like the Flyers. Sorry about that, but if I had to pick a flyer, it would probably be Sky Raider. Just because the missiles were really good. So overall, it's nice having this variety. It really is. The fact that no one sticks out as I'm only going to play this is also really nice. But if I had to pick a favorite, just off of initial gameplay, I like Tricera and Woken. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed gaming. This has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.